knee in towards your chest. And we're going to use a belt in a little bit, or the strap. So as your right knee goes in towards your chest, you can extend your left leg out or you can keep it bent. And just take a few deep breaths here. As you inhale, keep pulling your right knee in. If you have any knee issues, grab behind your right thigh so you're not pulling on your knee joint, and just think of getting that knee in towards your chest as close as you can. And here, just focus on your breath. Inhaling and exhaling. You don't have to count it or anything. Just be aware of just breathing, consciously breathing. Then, this right leg, you're going to slide your knee towards your left shoulder. So your leg is still going to be in towards your chest. Your knee is just going to be pointing slightly towards the left shoulder, just so you get a deeper stretch in your hip. Your lower back is still going to be completely on the mat. And then on your next inhale, you're now going to take that right knee and you're going to roll it over towards the right, underneath your right armpit or onto the ground, depending on your hip flexibility. And really think of either, if your left leg is along the mat or along the ground, go ahead and stretch out that thigh. If not, just keep that right knee underneath your right shoulder. And then on your next inhale, go ahead and bring your knee back in towards your chest like you began. And then you're going to lower the right leg down and bring the left knee in towards your chest. Give yourself a nice hug, either behind your thigh or on top of your shin. And as you inhale, think of rotating your lower back and your tailbone into the mat. And then as you exhale, try to pull that knee in closer to your chest. This is just to stretch and warm up your hip flexors. And use the breath to get deeper and deeper into your body. And then on your next inhale, same thing. Bring in that left knee in towards your right shoulder, trying to keep your thigh as close to your torso as possible. Then on your next inhale, go ahead and bring that left knee underneath your left shoulder. And keep breathing. Letting the left knee fall to the floor if that's available to you. It doesn't have to be on the floor. It's really just more hugging underneath the left shoulder. And then on your next inhale, go ahead and bring your left knee back into your chest. Then bring your right knee in towards your chest. So both legs are hugging in. Then as you exhale, go ahead and lower your feet down into the mat. And if you have your belt or your strap next to you or near you, grab a hold of that. You're going to start with your right leg. The left leg could be bent or straight. The right leg's going to go up towards the ceiling, and you want the strap of the belt to go onto the ball of the foot. And you're going to use the strap as like extensions of your arms. So wherever you want it to start. So if you're feeling really tight in your hamstrings, or your calf or your foot, you could lower the leg down as much as you need. So the idea eventually is trying to get the leg straight and towards your torso as much as you can, but just start where you're not in any pain. You just feel a stretch. Especially if you have a tight hips or lower back, bend the left leg. So just start here and just take a few breaths. Rotate the shoulder blades on your back. And try not to get so much tension in your hands if you can help it. And just take a few deep breaths here. Inhale. And as you exhale, I want you to that's where I want you to deepen the stretch by either extending the leg out towards the ceiling or pulling the leg towards your torso. Try not to think of locking the knee, just think of lengthening behind the leg. Keep breathing here, inhaling and exhaling. And now I want you to, using the strap as a little bit of resistance, not a lot, point and flex your foot. And just use the strap just to help stabilize your leg and give your foot a little bit of resistance to build some strength as we get some stretching in. Inhaling and exhaling. Then the next time the foot comes into a flex position, hold it there. And as the foot is flexed, tailbone down, walk your hands up the strap or the belt to try to get the leg as close as feels comfortable to you. So a little deeper stretch. Then keeping the hands again like so the strap is going to be like extension of your arms. So now I want you to limber the leg. So what I mean by that is bend your knee and your foot down, and then you're going to straighten the leg. So it's just a nice gentle movement just to get some more blood flow and some more fluids to the joints. So we're just limbering our leg, going in and out, up and down. And then the next time the leg comes back to the ceiling, inhale here, press that heel away to the ceiling, try to pull your toes back towards your face. Then follow your breath, and every time you exhale, try to get that leg a little bit closer to your torso. So in this class, I didn't really start with it, so I apologize, but the deep stretch just means that we're going to concentrate on muscles for a longer time and slowly open up the hamstrings, the glutes, calves, Achilles, by just spending a little bit more time than we normally would, like in a gentle yoga class. So if it gets too much or too intense, you can always stop. If anything is sharp or painful, again, stop, don't do the exercise, and let me know. Now, with your foot flat towards the ceiling, take both of your hands onto the strap or the belt and guide your right leg over to the left. So you still want your right hip into the mat. You just are going to make the right leg to be into a diagonal towards the right. So that's going to stretch anywhere along the right side of the leg. So it could be higher up into the hip, or you might feel it in your calf or your ankle. So just go where you can tolerate. Sometimes this could be intense, and this is where you really want to use your breath. So inhale and exhale, let your ankle go, let it relax if you can. Inhale and exhale again, let your ankle relax, let your knee soften. Deep, deep breath. And then on your next inhale, bring your leg back up to where you began. So the foot towards the ceiling. Inhale now, and then exhale, try to see if you could bring that leg a little bit closer towards your torso. And then on your next inhale, go ahead and with both your hands on the strap, guide the leg over down towards the floor, like you're doing a half side split. So if you want to, you can make a kickstand with your arms, so your elbows into the mat and the hands onto the leg. And just hold it out. And you also have the belt or the strap that you're using to hold the leg in the air so you're not overstretching your inner thigh. But try to find a place where you're really stretching your inner thigh. And the left leg can either be straight or bent. Just in this position, try not to twist the left side of your body towards the right. Let the left side of the body stay anchored into the mat. Then on your next inhale, go ahead and bring that leg up towards the ceiling. Hold it here. This time, sickle your foot. So what I mean by that is turn the pinky toe side of the foot towards the ceiling. So you're just, when you're looking at your foot, you see your big toe and you don't see your other toes. Then with that foot sickled, you're going to go back to the IT stretch. So you're going to take that right leg and move it towards the left. And that should have a different stretch on your ankle, especially if you wear flats or flip-flops. It's really nice to stretch the muscles around your ankle bone. And hold it there. Just again, the leg doesn't have to be all the way over to the left. You're just a little bit to the left. Try to relax your hips and your lower back. And then on your next inhale, go ahead and come up towards the ceiling, flex your foot, and then gently bend the leg, take the strap off, and just kick the leg out, the right leg out, and wiggle it around. And then we're going to do everything to the other side. So bring the left or leg in towards your chest. Bring the strap on the ball of your foot. And again, just start wherever the leg feels like you need to start on the side. So if you're really tight on the side other than the other one, the leg needs to be lower towards the ground. Hold it there. Start where there's no pain or a lot of discomfort. You're just feeling like a nice stretch. Again, the right leg could either be bent or straightened. Then now add your breath. Inhale. And then as you exhale, just think of lengthening behind your leg, letting the strap pull on the ball of your foot so you start to get a little bit more of a deeper stretch there. And again, inhale. Exhale, press the heel away from you, from your body as you pull on the strap to give a little tension, to open up wherever the leg feels tight. And again, inhale and exhale. Then just start bringing the leg closer towards your torso. Again, you can bend your other leg if it feels better. Just don't want you to feel a spasm in your lower back. Inhale, lengthen through the heel towards the ceiling, and exhale, try to think of drawing that left leg towards your torso, nice and gentle. Hold it here. And then you're going to just begin to limber the leg. So bend at the knee, let the foot go down towards your bottom, and then extend the leg back up towards the ceiling. Again, bend and straighten. And bend and straighten. 2 more. Just make sure that your shoulders aren't getting really tight because you're holding onto the strap. Then hold it right there, foot up towards the ceiling, and just with a little bit of pressure, not a lot, point and flex your foot. see if you could get a little deeper stretch through your Achilles, and your ankle, and your calf as you do that. Point and flex, and point and flex. Again, point and flex. One more. And hold it here in a flex position. Rotate the shoulder blades on the back and just let your upper back and your head rest into the mat. Inhale. Now exhale, try to bring that straight leg in a little bit closer. And then inhale. And exhale, try to bring the leg in a little bit closer. If you're feeling any pain in your knee or feel a lot of discomfort, bend your knee. So we're stretching the muscle more than the tendons. Then keeping the foot flexed. Now guide your left leg over to the right. Doesn't have to be a lot, it could be just an inch or less. Just make sure that the left side of your body is still into the mat, you're not twisting. And just guide the leg over until you feel a stretch somewhere on the side of your leg. It could be on the side of your calf or more in your upper thigh. Just keep breathing there. And see if you can relax into the stretch. So if it feels intense, use your exhale and just let your full body relax. As the more intense it gets, the more you can tell your body to relax, then the deeper the stretch will happen, and your body will know that this is actually something you want to have happen. Then on your next inhale, go ahead and bring the leg back up towards the ceiling. Take a moment here, feel nice and centered. Then inhale and exhale, draw that leg back in towards your torso. And again, inhale. And exhale, bring that leg in. Now gently guide your leg over to the side, to the left. Get a nice stretch on your inner thigh. Again, you could take your left hand and prop your left hand underneath your thigh, elbow into the ground, or you could just use the strap to hold the foot up so you don't overstretch, or you could simply do both. And you can play around with the right leg. So the right leg could be straight on the ground for this. You just don't want the whole side, right side of your body twisting to the left. Make sure your knee is a little soft so you really stretch the inner thigh. Deep breath. And then on your next inhale, go ahead and guide your leg back up towards the ceiling. Take a moment here, inhale, and exhale. Bring that leg in as close as you can. Hold it here. Soften your knee on the side a little bit. Then press through your heel. Then sickle your foot. So turn the pinky toe towards the ceiling. So you're just looking at a profile of your foot. So you're looking at your big toe. Then keeping that sickle in the foot, go ahead and bring the left leg over towards the right. Again, it's only as much as where you could feel a stretch in your ankle. And you're not lifting the left side of your body off the mat. That's nice and grounded. You could bring your left leg in towards your chest as much as you want or away, just so you're just finding a nice stretch. Keep breathing. Again, seeing if you can relax into the stretch here. And then on your next inhale, go ahead and bring your foot back up towards the ceiling. Flex your foot, hold it there. Try to pull it in a little bit more. And then exhale, lower the leg, relieve the strap. And just extend both legs out along the ground for a second. Shake them out. And just see how you feel. Then we're going to move on to a figure 4 stretch. Just start stretching out the hips. So cross your right foot onto your left thigh. Make sure that this bone of your lower leg is on the bone of your upper leg. So I don't want you to have your ankle on your thigh. So no joints. I actually want you the bone of the shin and the calf, that bone there, to be on the thigh bone. So as you do that position, if your hips are flexible and you lift your head and look at your legs and you see that they're making a flat like 4, that's great. If your knee of that right leg that's on the foot, if your right knee is pointed in more towards your torso, this exercise is really to stretch your hips. So think of gently taking your right hand and placing it onto the thigh, not the knee, and just gently press your thigh away. Then if your hip is already flexible and you want more of a stretch, you can feed your right arm in between your legs and your left arm could go on the outside, and underneath the thigh of the left leg, you're pulling that left leg in towards you. Flex both your feet to support your knees. And then even when you're here, when you're lifted, so the left knee is pressing in towards your chest, you could take your right hand and gently press the right thigh away to give more of a hip stretch. So that was a lot of information, so just find wherever you're feeling the stretch right now and deep breathe into that hip joint. You might also be feeling it underneath the bottom and the glute. Inhale and exhale, really stretch. And again, deep breath. Then lower the left leg, then lower the right, then opposite side. Now lift the left foot and bring it onto the right leg. So it's actually the bone of your left calf, shin area, on the bone of the right leg. This hip may or may not be as tight, so same thing. You want to just think of opening up your hip. You want to see if you could get to where you look up that the left leg is making the top part of a 4, and your right leg is the post, and you want to be nice and flat. You really want to keep that knee opening out to the side. Then, if you'd like, you could bring your leg up in towards your chest. Same thing. You really want to think of using your left hand pressing into the left thigh to open up the left hip as you gently pull in the right leg towards your torso. Once you find your positioning, hold it here and really focus on your breath. Inhaling and exhaling. Flex both your feet to protect your knees. Inhale and exhale. Then lower both feet down, uncross your feet, and just shake your hips side to side. Now keeping your legs bent, your feet are going to be flat. Your hips, your knees, and your big toe are going to be all in a straight line. We're going to just do a couple shoulder bridges to release your lower back. So press the hands down into the mat. Gently press the skull into the mat And then tuck your tailbone to the back of your knees and lift your bottom up as high as you can. Once you've gone up as high as you can, hold it there. Tighten your glutes a little bit more, press the hips towards the ceiling. Then from here, roll back down one bone at a time. If you start to feel any leg cramping or doesn't feel good in your knees, walk your feet further away from your tailbone. Tuck your pelvis, lift your hips up, press up, then lowering back down one bone at a time. Tailbone down. And again, curl up, lift your hips up, then lowering down. Last time, curl your tailbone up, lift your bottom up as high as you can, hold it here. Take a deep breath in. Now see if you can walk your shoulders underneath you and clasp your hands together. If that's too much on your shoulders, don't do it. Just stay in with your arms up away from each other, hands away from each other. Press the hips up higher to the ceiling. And make sure your neck is free. Then undo your hands, then roll down one bone at a time until your tailbone's into the mat. Now, from this position, go ahead and your legs are still going to be bent. You're just going to walk your feet. So the feet are going to be wider than your hips, or if you're on a mat, as wide as the mat. These are called windshield wipers, and it's just a gentle twist for your lower body. Your arms are going to be straight out to the side, fingers away from you. Then let both your knees fall to the right, and then lift the knees back up towards the ceiling, and then both your knees fall to the left. And you just look up at the ceiling the whole time, or you can look at the opposite direction. But just on your own, go right and left. Become aware of how your lower back feels. And if you have any tightness in your upper body, just see and become aware as we do this. There's really nothing other than just lowering your knees one side to another. If there's any pain, let me know, or adjust your feet. Think of bringing your feet further away from your torso. Then the next time you come to the right, hold it there. And then if it feels good, go ahead and lift your right foot, and your right foot is going to be placed onto the top of the left thigh. Then you're going to turn away from, so the knees are going to the right, you're going to turn and look to the left. If that is too much to have your foot on your thigh, go ahead and lower it back down into the ground, and we're just going to stay in this little twist. If you feel like your upper body is like really pulling away, the shoulder, it's hard for the shoulder and the arm to stay into the ground, especially on the left side, just take a few breaths and see if you can like sink more into the ground, letting the top part of the right part of your hip to open. Then lower the right foot down, lift the knees to the ceiling. Make sure you're centered again. Make sure your feet are still wide. Pull your belly button towards your spine and let both your knees lift lower to the left. Again, if it's available, lift your left foot and place it onto the right thigh. Then turn the opposite direction of your knees, trying to get both your shoulders down into the mat. Really see wherever you're feeling this, that you can just open up that place where it feels tight. So don't force it, Just breathe. Gentle breaths. Really use your exhale. Calm your whole system and also allow your muscles to open. Deep, deep breaths. Every time you exhale, see if you can let your upper body sink into the mat, into the ground below you. Then lower your leg down, bring your knees back up. And just rock out your hips, straighten out your legs, stretch out your body, point through your toes, get a big stretch. And bend your knees back in towards your chest. And just give yourself a nice little hug here. Keep breathing. Then lower the feet back down. And then this is also an exercise we did yesterday. I want you to cross your right leg on top of your left thigh. So you're just like in a cross-legged position. Inner thighs are squeezing, knee over knee. Then pull your knees in towards your chest. And today we're going to stay in this position a little bit longer to really stretch right around your sciatic nerve. So this is really good if you ever get any sort of sciatic pain. And it helps prevent some, so it really opens up the muscles around the nerve. If you start to feel like it's triggering something, go ahead and let me know, but it should feel, it's a good exercise for it. So you can either hug your knees in towards your chest, or you could grab a hold of your ankles. You're grabbing a hold of your ankles. Think of pulling your feet and your ankles, shins, calves towards your face as you let your lower back release. And just really feel heavy with your upper body and your back. Getting a nice stretch underneath that hamstring and glute muscle. Take 5 deep breaths here. Inhale and exhale. Release all the tension in your body. And again, inhale and exhale. Release. Inhale and exhale. And breathe. And again. Last time. Then gently release the legs, lower down. Uncross your legs, wiggle out your hips just a little bit. Then cross your other leg over. Same thing to the other side. So really squeeze those inner thighs to begin with, knee over knee. Lift the knees in towards your chest. You could grab a hold of your knees, or if it's available, grab a hold of your ankles. And with every exhale, just think of wiggling around and finding a really good sweet spot where you're really getting a nice deep stretch. Right around the sciatic nerve, your glute muscle, your hamstring. Deep breath, inhale and exhale. You want more of a stretch, you can think of grabbing hold of your ankles, pulling your feet towards your face. And at the same time, you're pressing the feet towards your face and the feet towards the ceiling as you're pulling down with your arms. Deep, deep breath. Really let that inner part, that under part of your leg really open. Now take 5 deep intentional breaths. Inhale. And as you exhale, think of melting into the ground below you. And again, inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And again, breathe it all out. Relax the shoulders. Let gravity work for you. Last time. Then undo your feet. Go ahead and lower down. Uncross your legs and wiggle out your hips. Go ahead and stretch your legs out from underneath you. Again, reach your arms up over your head. Big morning stretch. Keep pulling your belly button in. Here we're just going to do a little bit of core work after all that stretching. So flex your feet towards the ceiling. Reach, your arms are going to be above your head. If you have any arm or shoulder issues, your fingers could be towards the ceiling. But if not, keep your arms up over your head. Now take your right arm and your left leg and lift it to the ceiling. And if you want to think of coming, both the leg and the fingertips coming over your belly button, do that. Then pull your abs in. Then lower the leg and the arm away. Now, opposite leg and arm come up. So left leg, right arm. Pull your belly button in, lengthen through that heel, lengthen through the fingertip. Belly button to the spine, lift your right leg, opposite arm, left arm, and then reach it out. Nice and slow and controlled. If you feel any back pain or a back spasm or anything, just bend the leg. So you could bend the knee into the ground and just lift the knee into the chest. If this feels good, keep doing it. So it's really a nice, good ab work. You're really pulling your abs in. Your abs are helping lift the leg. The back of your arm, think of underneath your armpit, and the area around the shoulder blade is what is helping to move your arm. So you're moving your arm in your shoulder socket, not making the deltoid and the top of the shoulder do the work. Just keep on going, nice and slow. Follow your breath. Let's do 2 more sets. Right leg, left leg, right leg. 1 more. Left leg, and then lower down. Stretch out. Let everything relax. Just turn your head, your arms can go to your side. Turn your head right and left. And then we're going to come up to a seated position. You can grab behind your thighs and rock yourself up, or you could turn over onto your side and press out. If you have a towel or a blanket, just go ahead and fold it a couple times so you're just sitting up a little bit taller. Then we're going to use the belt or the strap again. So just grab that, get situated, take a couple moments. Then think of resting the belt on your lap, so it's over your knees. Take your hands now, so they're over your knees, and you are gonna think of pulling the belt apart. So think that it's kind of an isometric movement. So you really are, shoulders are back, abs are in, elbows are soft, wrists are as long as you can, and you're trying to pull the belt in half. So you're pulling onto the belt, but your hands are going away from you. Now squeeze your shoulder blades together. Now keep pulling the belt apart, and you're gonna lift the hands and the belt up over your head. Hold it there. As your arms, like you could still see the belt in your peripheral vision above your head. Really pull the belt. Squeeze now the shoulder blades. Think of pulling the shoulder blades down along your back, and then bring your arms even further back behind you. Go to where you have the range of motion, but you're not in pain. Then shoulders on your back, pull your belly button in. You're still pulling the strap apart as you start lowering your hands down to chest height. Then you're going to inhale, same thing. Lift that belt up over your head. Go a little bit further behind your head. Elbows can be bent. And then keep pulling the strap apart as you come back to chest height. And again, inhale, squeeze those shoulder blades. Squeeze underneath the arm, the back of the arm, and then exhale, come forward. One more. Really pull, pull, pull. Create a lot of energy in your arms as you do this. Reach now your arms back a little bit more. Now widen your hands along the belt until it feels comfortable-ish, and just no pulling. Now from here, your arms can bend, and just think of straightening your arms as far back as you can. Here you want to stretch gently your pec muscles. Breathe, and then now inhale, bring the strap up over your head. This time you're going to lower down so your hands or the belt is close to your knees. Hold it there, tighten your bottom. Inhale, lift the strap up over your head, and then as far back as you can behind you, so you want to find a stretch. Then inhale, coming forward, and exhale down. And again, inhale, up, reach, 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 back. Hold it back, find a nice spot where you're getting a good stretch. Hold it there, shoulders back, and just find that sweet spot. I'm going to hold it here for 5 breaths. Inhale and exhale. And as you do that, your arms, the gravity might pull on your hands a little and open up your chest more. That's fine. Just be conscious of your shoulders. You're squeezing your shoulder blades together, so you're not overstretching your delt. You're just getting a nice stretch to your chest. One more deep breath, and then bring the strap up and over, and let the belt just relax, and then shake out your arms and wrists. Now this is another sort of isometric exercise that's done for your traps and your neck. So think and do. Squeeze your shoulders up towards your ears and hold it there. Keep squeezing. Think of the trap muscle, so this top muscle here. You're squeezing that muscle so hard, you want to see if it vibrates. So we're holding this for a minute. So as much as you squeeze, kind of squeeze a little more. If you have any neck issues and it's painful, don't squeeze as much, but try to squeeze as much as you can. You can also squeeze your upper arm, your forearm, and your hands too. So what this does, this is how you stretch your trap muscle. You have to squeeze into it, get really, really tight, tight, tight. Keep pulling your shoulders up towards your ears, pull your throat back, squeeze a little bit more and a little bit more, and then relax everything down. So that should help some of the tension. And then again, you're gonna squeeze those shoulder blades up toward your ears, make fists, keep squeezing, squeezing, squeezing. You can even squeeze your belly, you can squeeze your bottom, and just see if you can focus on getting that trap muscle, that you're squeezing it so much and so much that it shakes a little. A minute seems like a really long time, but we're almost there. Keep squeezing the shoulders up, and then exhale. Release everything. And that should feel a little bit nicer through your upper body and chest. So we're gonna end with some neck stretches. So just being mindful if your neck hurts or anything, don't do it as much, or let me know. Drop your chin to your chest and just hold it there. Then lace your hands, fingers together, and bring your hands just right on the back above the crown of your head. And you're just gonna gently let your elbows relax around your head. You're gonna press the back of your head into your hands. And that's gonna create some opposite tension in both directions. And that's really what's gonna stretch some of the muscles in your neck. So you don't want just to pull your neck forward without an opposition. So if I was just to pull my head forward, that would be an overstretch in my cervical spine. So your arms are going to pull towards gravity, and then you're going to press your skull and the head into your hands. And that's going to create some space and help stretch out those neck muscles. Keep holding it here, and then gently lower down. Then you're going to drop your right ear to your right shoulder. Bring your right fingertips on the left side of your head, right in the back. So there's your ear and the temple in front, and then a little bit behind your ear towards the back of your skull, where there's that nice bone. Go ahead and pull in that area. So you want to press your skull into your fingertips, and then the fingertips and the weight of the arm is just going to pull the head and neck over. Your left arm, you want to reach your fingertips towards the ground or the mat or the floor, or you can even put your hand behind your lower back. Wherever you feel a deeper stretch, you can play with that left arm. Most important though is that the head is pressing into the fingertips, as the fingertips press into the skull. Then take a deep breath in, exhale, come back up. Just see how you feel. It should feel like there was a little bit of a release, and then we'll do it to the other side. Left ear to the left shoulder, left arm comes up. That place behind your ear above, like, I don't know if it has a name on the skull, I'm sure it does, but I don't know why. So think of bringing your fingertips right in that area, and you're pressing the part of your head into your fingertips as you pull your elbow towards the ground. Then that arm can either go behind your back, and just play with your chin a little bit, but find a nice place where you're getting a nice stretch to your neck, keeping your head active into your fingertips. Pulling your belly button in towards your spine. Inhaling, and then exhaling, and then lower down. And then go ahead and close your eyes. Just see how you're feeling from everything that we just have done. Take a few deep breaths in and exhale everything out. And again, inhale and exhale. Last time, inhale and exhale. Release. And we are done. Thank you. How do you feel? How was that? Let me know if you have any questions or comments.